Hi there, Sugar Snaps. Welcome into the studio. If you're new here, my name's Brittany. I'm the creator behind Textile Indie, this YouTube channel, and my website, Textile Indie. Today, I'm going to do a work with me video, which means that I'll be working on a project and I invite you to work alongside me on whatever project you're working on. So grab your knitting and a cup of tea, or block printing, or spinning, or whatever it is that you're currently working on, and you can watch along while I work on my project, and you can get some work done on yours as well. So this is like UFO time, or unfinished object time. So today I'm going to be making product bags that will look pretty simple like this, with a tie sewn to the top. And I'm going to create a block print with a logo to print onto the bags. And I'm doing these for some friends of mine that have a leather crafting company. They do handbags and wallets and belts and other leather accessories. And they wanted these product bags as a way to neatly and professionally wrap their products as they ship them out. So I'll be making the block print today, carving it, and then printing fabric, and then making these little bags. And we'll see how far I get in that process today. The goal is to finish the block print and get some of these printed, or some of the fabric printed, so that they can dry so I can sew them up tonight. So that is my process. I am going to start with carving this block. This is Ageless Valor. I highly suggest checking out Ageless Valor if you are looking for a handcrafted leather piece, whether that's a handbag, a belt, or piece of jewelry. They're great people, and I love them a lot, and I love supporting their work and their creativity. So I'll put links in the description below for their Instagram and their website and all those goodies. Check them out if you are interested in that. Now, my first step is going to be carving this block, and I've already taken the logo and put it to the size that I wanted it in PicMonkey online. So I made it about 4¼ inches and transferred that to my block. So here it's in mirror image of what I need it to print. So when we print it, it'll print correctly. Is that true? We're going to print it like this. Yep. Okay. Just double checking. Sometimes your brain can mix you up. So let's play some music and get working on our projects. I have most of the block carved now, so I'm going to test it with some stamping ink and be able to see what is left behind so that I can carve away any places that I missed. I have to find where I put it though. Now I'll touch this guy up and getting close to being able to print with it. Need to take a quick run to the fabric store to get some fabric for these guys, and then I can cut out stuff and start printing. Back with fabric, ready to cut this up into the sizes that I need. So for the product bags, I'm going to be making 2 different sizes, one for a long bifold wallet and one size for a trifold wallet. So one's a little bit longer and one's a little bit shorter. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going to be printing on this muslin, making bags out of this muslin. So I'm gonna tear off the edges so that I remove the salvage edge. On both sides here. Okay, let's go for 21 inches in this direction. One thing about tearing fabric that I don't like is that you end up with a lot of strings, but it is easier on my wrists than cutting out each individual piece. Okay, so 21 by 6, so I'm going to go in here and do cuts every 6 inches, and this is my tear line. And then I have, I can squeeze one last 6 inch. Nice. I didn't trim off too much selvage. I did end up with exactly 36 inches. So this strip then will become one of the bags folded up like this. I'll fold down the edges and put the stamp right here in the front. Like so. Okay, so there is a set of 12 longer ones. Now we'll cut out some for the shorter ones. These are going to be 17 inches. Yesterday, my sister and I went fabric shopping for her wedding dress. I am going to be sewing, well, we designed her wedding dress, and now I'm starting the process of drafting out the pattern and getting it on paper, or off paper, I guess, into fabric. So we're doing all the fittings, we did the measurements, all of that. I did my own wedding dress and my other sister's wedding dress, and so this is, I promised my youngest sister that I would do her wedding dress as well, and she's getting married this summer. So we went on a fun fabric trip yesterday, and she's so funny. We walk in, and she went fabric shopping with me when I did my wedding dress, and it took hours because I was making my dress, but also having to choose what materials I wanted to use. And because it was mine, I could be picky. And so I was took a long time, and probably went to 4 different fabric shops, and then ended up ordering some things online because I couldn't find exactly what I wanted in the store. And mine was my first wedding dress, so it was a little more of a daunting project because I'd never done it before. But this time with my sister, we walk into the store, and literally 5 minutes in, we walk into the bridal section, bridal fabric, and 5 minutes in, she's picked out her lace, and we have the skirt fabric for her dress. And the rest of the time was basically me making sure that that was the fabric that we needed. And then I'm also doing her bridesmaid dresses, and so we couldn't find the colors or the fabrics that she wanted for those at the first store, so we ran to a second store, and she's doing a dusty blue, or like a French blue, and dusty rose, lavender, and sage green as her bridesmaid colors, and she has all the sisters, 4 sisters in her wedding. So her future sister-in-law, our sister-in-law, my brother's wife, and then me and our other sister. So each one of us is going to be wearing a different color, and they're going to be wrap dresses using a Seymour pattern. And found all the materials for that. We did end up needing to buy a white fabric that I'll dye lavender to get the lavender color, because we couldn't find the exact shade that she wanted. So I'll be using Dharma dyes to dye something for that, or dye fabric for that. But it was exciting to get that process into like looking at fabrics and seeing colors and that kind of thing, because it's been on paper for a while now, but actually activating the project and getting moving was exciting. So that will be a project coming up in my near future, getting those cut and sewn, and then working on the wedding dress pattern. 30 of those. Okay, now for block printing. I think to print them, I'm going to need to fold them up in half like they will be as the bag. And then I can place the block print right on top, like so. Yeah. I'm going to use Blick block printing ink. This is water soluble ink, which means that it washes up with water, which is very convenient. Oil-based inks do not wash up with water. Which means they're harder to clean up. And there's the first one. The other nice thing about water-based inks, like this one, is that they dry overnight. Oil-based inks take a lot longer to set. I think I'm going to trim this block down a little bit too. How is your project going? If you are working on something alongside this video, I'd love to hear about what you're working on. If you want to leave a comment below, share what your project is and how it's going. I'd love to see what this video inspires you to do. If you haven't seen it already, you can check out my website, textileindy.com. I have a bunch of tutorials and resources for fiber arts, including block printing like I'm doing right now, but also spinning and natural dyeing and dyeing, and what else do I do? Basket weaving. So lots of fun fiber art related topics. Some sewing. And I have a Patreon if you're interested in supporting my work. And in my Patreon, I have what I call a Basket a Month Club, which is a program. You sign up and it's a monthly subscription. And each month I send you a tutorial, and depending on which tier you choose, you may also receive a video tutorial along with a written tutorial with photos. And each month I do a different basket design, and each month builds on the skills of the previous month. So you start with basket number 1 and you work your way through. It's the 12 basket program, and I'm still in the process right now of getting all of the baskets woven, designed, and put into the program. So right now, basket number 1 and number 2 are launched. You can find those on the Basket a Month Club tab on my website, and I'll put the links in the description below for that. If you are interested in learning how to weave baskets that look similar to the baskets in my background, made out of rattan reed. I'm piling these all up on, or not piling, but laying these all out on the floor. I'll show you when I'm all done. It looks really satisfying laid out on the floor. I'm going to shoot for the middle, I think, of this one, because the top, there will be a top for the tie. Like this has the tie that comes around the back and scrunches up the top here. And we'll tie here at the top. So I want the block to sit probably right there, maybe not the middle. Yeah, right about there. The thing about block printing that can be a little bit daunting is that once you set your block down on your fabric or your paper or whatever it is you're printing, you're kind of stuck with that position because the ink has started to transfer already. So once I set this down, that's where it lives. Last one. Print this guy. And then I'll show you all of the pieces laid out on the floor to dry. They look really cool all together. All my pieces are stamped and ready to dry. I'm gonna have them lay out overnight to dry, and then I'll make them into the little pouches. Thanks so much for working along with me today, and I hope you made some progress on your project. Check the description below again to check out Ageless Valor and all their leather goodies. Beautiful, beautiful work. And also my Basket a Month Club. If you're interested in basketry or you just want to check out my website, textileindy.com, for other fiber arts resources, you could do that. Yeah, so check out the description below. Leave a comment to let me know what you worked on today while watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.